So the state banquet in Beijing, Donald Trump struck a very warm tone on ties with China, calling the US-China equation one of the most consequential in world history. Now, Trump highlighted the cultural and economic links between the two nations, using Chinese food in America as a symbol of the deep people-to-people ties. Listen in.
As allies in World War II, President Franklin Roosevelt's mentions of the brave people of China, that's what they were, drew loud cheers in his speeches in the United States, and everybody loved what he had to say. Just as many Chinese now love basketball and blue jeans. Chinese restaurants in America today outnumber the 5 largest fast food chains in the United States, all combined. That's a pretty big statement.
Now, the dominance of the Chinese food in America is rooted in more than a century of migration and economic adaptation. The Chinese immigrants first arrived in large numbers during the California gold rush in the middle of the 1800s. But after the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882 restricted immigration, restaurants became a pathway for Chinese migrants to gain merchant status and legally remain in the United States. And that policy unintentionally has triggered a restaurant boom. By the 1920s, Chinese restaurants in cities like New York were expanding rapidly, with the industry generating over $150 million in annual sales by 1930. Now, to appeal to the American consumers, restaurant owners had adapted recipes and created dishes such as chop suey and fortune cookies, many of which were invented in the United States rather than in China. And over time, Chinese food became America's first mainstream ethnic cuisine, spreading from major cities to small towns nationwide. In China, oversupply has become a major challenge, with nearly half of the new restaurants shutting within a year. For many Chinese brands, the United States now represents both a growth opportunity and also a way to diversify beyond a slowing domestic economy. The result is a new chapter in a story that began with migration and survival but has evolved into a global business and cultural success story. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.